Time now for the McManus Report. I'm Adam McManus. Yesterday, at the Republican National Convention here in Cleveland, Ohio, there was chaos on the floor as a coalition of delegates from 9 states forced a voice vote on the rules package. The first thing delegates are required to do before they begin the convention is to adopt the rules that will govern that convention. Some delegates wanted to be unbound with the ability to vote for a candidate other than Donald Trump for president, convinced that he is not conservative enough and will be defeated this November. Other delegates objected to other aspects of the rules package. But Congressman Steve Womack of Arkansas, acting as presiding officer over the convention, abandoned the podium. Senator Mike Lee of Utah was dismayed.
The podium has been abandoned. There is no one standing at the podium. What I want is a roll call vote, which is our right as delegates. I have never, in all my life, certainly going on 6 years in the United States Senate, prior to that as a lifelong Republican, never seen anything like this. There's no precedent for this in parliamentary procedure. There's no precedent for this in the rules of the Republican National Convention. We are now in uncharted territory. Somebody owes us an explanation. I've never seen the chair abandoned like that. They vacated the stage. When the chair abandons his post, as happened just moments ago, there is no rule for that.
Under Rule 39, if the majority of the delegates from 7 states demand a roll call vote, it is granted. Phil Wright, the Utah chairman of delegates, explained that, quote, "It's not debatable. It's the condition of a roll call vote," unquote. Then, in alphabetical order, starting with Alabama and Alaska, they're called on to read how many delegates are for and how many delegates are against. Finally, Congressman Womack returned to the podium and called for a voice vote.
Without objection, the chair will put the question on adoption of the report from the Committee on Rules. The chair would remind the Hall that it is absolutely critical that we are able to discern the ayes from the nays. Those in favor of the rules package will say aye. Those opposed shall say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
Despite Womack's ruling that the ayes won, it almost sounded as though the noes won. Either way, it was clearly too close to call.
Point of order, Mr. Chair! Roll call vote! Roll call vote! Roll call vote!
The delegates from Utah, Virginia, and Colorado objected the loudest about wanting to have a roll call vote.
Turn on the Utah microphone so we can be heard!
The chair recognizes the delegate from Utah.
My name is Phil Wright. I am the chair of the Utah delegation. I make a motion that we have a roll call vote on the rules.
I second the motion!
But Congressman Womack from the podium made this surprise announcement, curtailing the hopes of many delegates who wanted that roll call vote.
The Secretary received requests from a total of 9 states requesting a roll call vote on adoption of report on the Committee on Rules. Subsequently, the Secretary received withdrawals, which caused 3 states to fall below the threshold required under the rule. Accordingly, the chair has found insufficient support for the request for a record vote.
The Washington Examiner reports that the Republican National Committee officials, in concert with the Trump campaign's convention operation, successfully put down the rebellion, stoking more grassroots anger in the process, unquote. Kendall Unruh, a Denver, Colorado delegate, Christian schoolteacher, and member of the Rules Committee, was quite unhappy with the way she and other delegates who were not Trump supporters had been treated.
When you come public and you don't show your support for Donald Trump, that the retaliation is severe. Drive-bys of people's homes and attacks, threatened attacks against family members, and even the school that I'm employed by has suffered, just a lot of direct attacks.
Unruh was upset about how Trump ran roughshod over the objecting delegates.
The very first course of action he could have taken to show that he truly is favorable to the grassroots and favorable to the conservative movement, he took a course of action where he revealed that he is an elitist, insider, establishment person.
Aside from dealing with the rules package, delegates also approved the party platform during Monday afternoon session, including language that Christian conservatives cheered as the most conservative statement of party principles in recent memory. The GOP convention approved language reaffirming the party's opposition to homosexual marriage and bathroom choice for transgendered people. And new language condemning homosexual parenting says, quote, "Children raised in a traditional two-parent household tend to be physically and emotionally healthier, less likely to use drugs and alcohol, engage in crime, or become pregnant outside of marriage," unquote. The theme last night was Make America Safe Again. Patricia Smith, the mother of Sean Smith, who was killed in the Islamic terrorist attack in Benghazi on September 11, 2012, expressed her anger with former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee, for pulling the security from the embassy.
The last time I talked to Sean, the night before the terrorist attack, he told me, "Mom, I am going to die." The very next day, he was murdered by radical Islamic terrorists. I blame Hillary Clinton personally for the death of my son.
Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani gave one of the best speeches of the evening.
I know we can change it because I did it by changing New York City from the crime capital of America to the safest large city in the United States. What I did for New York, Donald Trump will do for America. It's time to make America safe again.
And Melania Trump, Donald's third wife, shared her thoughts.
I can tell you with certainty that my husband has been concerned about our country for as long as I have known him. If you want someone to fight for you and your country, I can assure you he's the guy.
Today's theme is Make America Work Again. Presenters include House Speaker Paul Ryan, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, Dr. Ben Carson, television star Kimberlyn Brown from The Young and the Restless, Ultimate Fighting Championship President Dana White, Tiffany Trump, and Donald Trump Jr. 50,000 people have descended upon Cleveland, including 4,700 delegates and alternates, 15,000 credentialed members of the media, and 5,500 law enforcement officers from all across the nation, including California. And in light of the fact that 58 groups have registered 11,000 protesters, 2,000 sets of riot gear, and 10,000 extra sets of plastic handcuffs were purchased. 1,000 beds have been cleared in local jails for the possibility of mass arrests. 300 bikes were ordered for officers whose primary focus will be crowd control, and almost 4 miles of interlocking steel security fences have been erected. Ah, yes, America's vigorous debate about our future continues unabated. And that's my take. I'm Adam McManus. Tune in this afternoon live from 3 to 6 p.m. Central, as I'll be broadcasting over KLGD.FM. Just click on the button Listen Live on the right side of the homepage. That's KLGD.FM. Click on the Listen Live button on the right side of the homepage. This is the McManus Report.